ladies and gents, welcome back to Off the Record, a podcast made by Rockabuy Records, your favourite local record shop. We're based in the heart of England, in the small town of Oakham in Rutland, and we have a ton of records that are available to buy. Everything from £1 all the way up to those rare, expensive records that you might be after. So, welcome back to those that have joined us before, and welcome to our new listeners and new watchers on YouTube or Apple Podcasts, wherever you enjoy your podcast goodness. As always, I'm joined by my favourite people, Chris, Tom, and Right Dad himself, my dad Dean.
Hello.
Evening.
How you doing? You all right?
How you doing? Yeah.
Yes, I'm very well.
All morning,
yeah.
as we often say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've all taken off our jumpers because we're ready to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
It's flipping freezing in here, though.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
I might put it back on again.
Need to go
I know.
put 50p in the meter.
No, we yeah. So those that have joined us before, we've done a couple of these episodes, and we enjoy these episodes so much because it means we get to really argue with each other and take each other's picks, because we're doing another albums drafts, and this time it's personally my favourite era, my favourite decade of music. We're going to do the 80s.
The first.
Oh, right, 80s. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
First
What do you
decade.
think we were doing?
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were doing something about indie music, but
He's come for the Coronation Street podcast. Yeah.
okay, cool.
That just shows how on the spot and off the cuff and unscripted this thing is.
Yeah.
Didn't even know what we were. This thing on.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that's funny.
Yeah. So
Wonder
for
what's
those,
coming next week.
so yeah, for those people that are just joining us on this as their first one, we've done a couple of these episodes before where we take it in turns to pick an album to put in a draft, and we each get 3 albums to pick. So we're going to pick 3 albums each from the decade of the 80s. There's one rule, and that is we can't pick each other's albums.
True Rockabuy style.
True Rockabuy style, classic Rockabuy rule. So
That's going to be on a shirt next week.
That's
isn't it?
it,
It's the one thing that's better than Slash.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can get these now, can't you?
Oh yeah. What better than Slash?
Widely available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At all good Rockabuy record stores.
Nice. So I'm happy to go first.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
I would
You're
be.
always happy to go first.
But one of you also.
No.
can go first.
no,
True
no, do it
Rockabuy
in
style.
order.
You go first.
You gotta do it.
We had it one time where we did go slightly off.
Yeah.
I think I went twice once.
I didn't sleep all night.
And I was sat there thinking, like, all this hard work.
Yeah.
Everything we've ever worked for, gone.
Yeah. So to clarify, 80s, anything from 1980 to 1989. Get 3 picks each. I'll start. We go round, and then Dad can go for 2 in a row, and then we'll come back the other way. Yeah, to give Dad a chance to have his say, have his first say, which will be his second pick. Yeah.
Yep.
Are we
Cool.
ready to fight?
Yeah, go on. I'm
No.
ready.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick the best album ever made, Graceland by Paul Simon.
We knew that was going to come.
I knew that was going to happen.
Absolutely. Do you know what? I don't even need to say anything else. It is the greatest album ever.
Shall I start the fight now? I've never listened to it.
What? You've never listened to Graceland?
Mate.
I'll
It's
get it.
a,
I will do.
it's a
I'm not saying I don't like it.
No,
I'm
you
saying
can't-
I've
you
not
can't-
listened to it.
Can't do an album today because he's listened to it more times than anything,
exactly,
haven't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
We're not
I'll just
including it
listen
in the
to
album.
Yeah, I'll
day.
just listen to it. It's
We're
all
not
right.
including it in
I'll
the
put it-
album day
I'll
because I've
after this,
listened to it.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
Man.
no.
I'm
Do
shocked.
you know who else hasn't listened to it? Pete Ravenhill.
Is he not?
And I said, if you're a bass player,
You need to listen to
that is the bass record. Like,
I will listen to it, I promise.
oh
like
man, it
tonight,
is-
yeah?
Yeah.
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 In fact, should we
Let's
come
just
back?
turn off the cameras. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ah, come on. Got Lady Smith Bombassa.
Yeah, Lady
Play-
Smith, Black Mambosa
Yeah.
on the record as well.
Oh,
You Can Call Me Al, Graceland, Boy in a Bubble, Diamonds on the Soles of Her Shoes, Under African Skies.
It's the greatest hits, isn't it?
It is a greatest hits album,
is.
and
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, it's the greatest album that's ever been made.
Yeah.
I just put it out there. Even if you don't think it is, it's my favorite album that's ever been made. I could listen to it over and over and over again, and I don't think I'd ever get bored. Probably my Desert Island disc I'd love to know what was going through Paul Simon's head when he wrote it and when he recorded it, and the magic behind that record, because I think he captured something that's never been captured before.
You know what I love about that album as well? Have you ever seen him touring, like YouTube videos?
It is like so.
When he does Diamonds on the Soles of His Shoes.
Yeah, and
live.
they're dancing on the stage.
It's the best, isn't it?
It's
and
amazing.
they're dancing in the audience as well, doing the same sort of dances.
Yeah, I know. Well,
brilliant.
In 1986, when it came out, I bought my first CD player, right?
Yeah.
But I bought it. It would cost me so much money that I couldn't afford the CDs because they were 20 quid each.
Yeah.
And then Radio Rentals were doing them in Peterborough for £8.49, and Graceland was the first to buy.
Oh right.
Right. Radio Rentals would buy it, selling for £8.49. I've still got the sticker on my Graceland CD. My first CD I ever bought was Graceland, and the second one I bought was Dire Straits.
Nice.
Right, let's
Brothers
not ruin.
in Arms.
Yeah. And
Can we stop naming 80s albums?
One more thing on Graceland. The 25th anniversary version is also incredible because it's got those bonus tracks on it.
Yeah.
Diamonds on the Soles of His Shoes, a cappella.
Yeah.
What? It's just like, how do you make a great album?
How do you make the best album ever?
Yeah, better.
Even better.
I know. Even better. Even better. Just put an a cappella version of Diamonds on the Soles of His Shoes. Yeah, good choice, Dan.
That's my pick. I'm sorry if I stole it from.
Yeah, you stole it from me.
Yeah, from everybody.
Yeah.
It would have been on my list.
Cool.
Not in my top 3 though.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. The first one that I'm going to choose is Billy Joel, An Innocent Man.
Nice.
Stole it from me again.
Yeah,
Has to be, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Has to be.
I thought Dan was going to say that for some reason.
I did as well. Was it on your list?
It was on my list.
Yeah. So Billy Joel, An Innocent Man. I only listened to it for the first time about 2 months ago.
All the way through.
All the way through. I knew loads of songs on it, but listening to it all the way through from start to finish, it's just one of the best albums ever, isn't it? As far as I know, it's in terms of a Billy Joel album, it's a lot different to his other stuff. So when you compare it to The Stranger, it's opposite ends of the spectrum. But the story goes that he obviously he had a hard breakup, didn't he? And wanted to go back to his teens. And his teens meant 50s and 60s stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of doo-wop on there. There's a lot of rock and roll stuff on there. There's every track pays homage to someone. Yeah. So what's the first track on there? Easy Money.
Easy Money.
Is a homage to someone.
James Brown.
Yeah, it is James Brown, isn't it? And then Uptown Girl is a homage to Frankie Valli, Seasons. Yep. Longest Night, that's a homage to just 50s doo-wop in general. What's the one? Jerry Lee Lewis.
Chrissy Lee.
Let me tell you a story.
Chrissy Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, one of the best ones on the album, This Night.
This Night's brilliant.
Which is almost not even a homage, it's a cover of a Beethoven song.
Yeah. He uses the Beethoven music.
You told me that, actually, yeah. You said, listen to that, then listen to this Beethoven song.
La Pathétique.
Yeah. And it's even credited on the back.
Yeah.
Saying, all tracks written by Billy Joel except track 4, which is essentially written by Beethoven.
Yeah. Thinking, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Beethoven didn't write this.
Who's getting them royalties?
Yeah, exactly.
Sign that off, Beethoven signed off, didn't it?
But you can cover that, mate. No worries.
But who does get classical royalties?
You don't.
It don't exist after 50 years, isn't it?
Yeah, 75, I think. Yeah.
So all the great masterpieces that have been written, nobody gets. You can just record them willy nilly.
Yeah, you can use them. Yeah,
and that's why people are getting worried now, because 75 years ago from now is like the 40s. We're actually coming into the 50s soon, and the 60s. The Beatles.
Some of the people are still going. Yeah,
people are going to get a load of.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
Hanging around for.
Yeah. Anyway, start to finish, Billy Joel, Innocent Man. I think it's a fantastic album. Yeah. One of the best of the 80s. One of the best ever. Like I said, as far as it goes as a Billy Joel album, it's totally different. Nothing like The Stranger. It's nothing like anything else that he's done. But as an album, like a concept album, really, innit? Where he pays homage to the 50s, he just nails it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, mine's An Innocent Man by Billy Joel. It's my number one.
Good choice.
Nice.
Yep. Over to you, Tom.
My album, first album on the list, Oh, I thought you were going to guess it.
Oh, no, I know what it is already.
The Jam, All Mod Cons.
All right, I didn't know that. Okay, good shout.
The Jam, All Mod Cons. My my favourite album by The Jam. By far. It's got To Be Someone, Down at the Tube Station. He's superb. The David Watts cover by the Kinks. I think it's brilliant. That like moddy sound. It's not your classic 80s sound, though. Glamorous pop sound.
Yeah.
Like it's too late coming. They should have come out in the 60s.
Yeah.
Like with the Kinks. And Quadrophenia and all things like that. So yeah, Weller, superb.
It's a great album, isn't it?
It's by far, and it hasn't got really your classic sing-along jam songs, Town Called Malice, or even got Going Underground, That's Entertainment. Yeah. And yeah, I still think that is all on it. And then I've seen from the Jam, the Jam cover band, but it's the Jam apart from Weller.
Right. Okay.
Do it start to finish live.
Mm-hmm.
Superb, absolutely superb. Would recommend that to anyone that's not even into the Jam.
Right.
Doing that. I've then seen Weller live on his own, and at De Montfort Hall, where I saw the best ever gig. Richard Ashcroft with a acoustic guitar, if you remember, and Paul Weller at De Montfort Hall, worst ever gig.
Really?
Wow.
Right.
The laziest. Like, just the crowd, like it was like a Lego crowd. Like you just inserted people onto this floor.
Nobody moved,
and no one moved. He played 2 songs by the Jam in about a 28,000 song set list. About 3 Style Council songs. He played Start, and he did half of A Town Called Malice at the end.
Half,
if that.
At
it was
what
so
point do you
quick.
stop?
And they went, right, good night, Lester.
That was it.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean the best bit was he did like turn around and go, right, F it, let's do the national anthem. and then did Town Called Malice.
Right.
But yeah, and the crowd did not move a muscle.
Right.
Throughout every single solo track he did. There was a bit of a sway to some of the Style Council.
Yeah.
And there was a jig to Start and
Wow.
Mad.
Neither feature on All Mod Cons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's a good album though. We've listened to it on Album a Day.
Yeah. I mean, they're all good albums. I love the Jam.
We listened to it Album a Day, and then a few days later, someone came in, didn't they, and bought All Mod Cons.
Yeah.
Who's doing it?
Probably. Do you remember trying to find All Mod Cons?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we were trying to find it.
I was on my hands and knees.
Yeah.
Looking in the back.
On the day of All Mod Cons.
I'd have not bought.
You said, can we listen to it in the shop?
Yeah,
I was like, we'll have a copy of it, no worries.
Yeah, it was 30-odd copies of it. And all these boxes that you can't see. Found it like all in the back, literally hands and knees, every box.
Yeah.
Second box in, Chris goes, oh, it is.
in the new this week. Yeah, I found it. Yeah.
So yeah. But anyway, yeah. All Mod Cons by the Jam, and I'm probably gonna listen to that after I've listened to Graceland tonight.
Cool. Oof. Yeah. I've never heard it, so
right.
I'll give it a go.
Cool. Over to you, Dean.
Okay, so I'm going to go down an album that is one of the best pop albums ever, and special place in my heart, and Michael Jackson, Bad.
Ooh,
that was mine. That was my second one.
Give me a heart attack. Because, I've got another one on my list.
I've also got on my list though.
Michael Jackson, Bad is probably everybody goes mad for Thriller, right?
Right.
And Thriller is a great album. Thriller is right, but I personally think that Bad is it's not even in the same. Thriller isn't even in the same league as Bad.
Yeah.
Right, because to follow Thriller and wait maybe 5 years 4 years until it came out, and then write all that stuff. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Man in the Mirror. Oh my goodness. You know, I just can't stop loving you. You know, Leave Me Alone is a little bonus track on the end. Just the way you make me feel.
Just Good Friends.
Yeah, Just Good Friends with Stevie Wonder. I mean, it's just. I mean, the bass. You talk about bass on that. It's just flipping. It is. Michael Jackson Bad is probably one of my favourite 80s albums of all time.
Yeah,
production-wise as well.
Production-wise as well, yeah.
Brilliant.
Do you think Thriller gets the... Thriller was, I don't know if it's the highest selling record.
Still is now, isn't it?
Still is it?
I think it still is, yeah. Rumours is very close. Rumours is very, very close.
No, it's not.
But it's close, but it's not even in the same ballpark, is it?
Rumours not number 2. Rumours not number 2.
Oh, is it Back in Black? But AC/DC?
No, I think it's a Garth Brooks album. I think it's Thriller, Garth Brooks, then I think it's the Eagles.
Oh, right, okay.
It's not even Hotel California.
Right.
I think it's something else.
We'll save it for a TikTok.
Yeah, go on,
top
sorry,
10.
Yeah. I'm giving don't
research it too much. That's a great viral video, that is.
Yeah. There's a guy, the guy comes in here and he says, oh, what do you think Bad? It's better than Thriller. I went, well, yes, I do. And he goes, oh, Thriller's just like, it's just the best album ever. The song that spoils that album, he says, is The Girl Is Mine with Paul McCartney. I'm like,
it's one of the best.
What? That's the song that makes it.
That's the icing. That's the
Shout out to Brian.
Who said that?
Brian.
Which Brian?
Michael Jackson Brian.
Michael Jackson Brian. Shakin' Stevens Brian.
Shakin' Stevens Brian.
You know.
You got two.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know Brian.
Do I?
Yeah, you know Brian. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Brian.
Yeah.
So yes, Michael Jackson Bad. Yeah, brilliant.
Cool.
Yeah, that was my number 2.
Okay.
Nice. Cool. So we've had Graceland, Innocent Man. Remind me of what it's called. Modcon.
All Modcons.
All Modcons and Bad. Dad. We're going to come back the other round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, an album that, again, holds another special place in my heart is. I remember I've said this story loads of times, but I remember going into HMV Peterborough and walking past the whole back catalogue of the Smiths on single.
Yeah.
Right? They were 50 pence each, right? The Smiths, right? And I thought, oh my God, do I buy them? No, I am in here for Rick Astley.
Right.
Right.
Bloody hell.
I wasn't going to nick the Smiths off of you, Tom, because I know that you're. But Rick Astley, right? Whenever you need somebody, right? Okay, it's just the cheesiest album ever, but it just holds a special place for me.
Right.
You know, It Takes a Strong, Strong Man is on there, and Together Forever, and you know, Never Gonna Give You Up, and you know, the you know, whenever you need somebody, and although Stockake and the Waterman are love them or hate them. Mm-hmm. Right, they were the kings of the 80s.
Yeah.
All right, and when you think of the 80s, when I think of the 80s, I always think of Rick Astley. You know, and you've yet to Rickroll me.
Yeah.
You haven't Rickrolled me yet, have you?
No.
No.
Yeah.
So we're gonna.
Kids are like that.
I shall wait. I shall wait for that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Okay. So yeah, Rick Astley. Whenever you need somebody, that's my number. That's my number 2.
Good choice. Tom.
Well,
got your second choice.
In 1986, 6 years before I was born, 7 years before I was born, I was walking past all the Rick Astley singles. And I thought, no. I'm here to buy the Smiths.
Meat is Murder.
Queen is Dead.
Oh, Queen is Dead, okay.
Queen is Dead. Thank God. Honestly, I was like, I panicked and all 80s albums left my head as soon as you started.
I was going to say Louder Than Bombs, but I thought, no, I'm not going to take that away from you. I'm not going to take the Smiths away from you.
So the Smiths' Queen is Dead. I, again, love pretty much all the Smiths albums. I'm on like a quest to get you, Chris, into Smiths. It's got to happen at some point, surely. Surely something is going to tick over where you go, tell you what, Johnny Marr on that guitar.
I've always said that it's absolutely fine to
Phil
like
Morrissey.
different
Oh,
music.
right. I thought you were going to say Till Morrissey.
Johnny Marr's an amazing guitarist.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. As you were.
Anyway, yeah.
Maybe
one day. So, The Queen is Dead for me was the first Smiths album that really grabbed me. Big Mouth Strikes Again. There Is a Light That Never Goes Out. And I think, in my opinion, the best guitar line of all time, Some Girls Are Bigger Than Others.
Yeah.
I think probably the most complicated. I love seeing people try and play it, and just said quite a big statement there, haven't I? The best guitar line of all time.
Yeah, that's
the t-shirt you're wearing.
Yeah, better than
Slash. Yeah, no, I've just realised what I said there. Perhaps not all time. Perhaps on that album.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Bit of a difference. Anyway, a fantastic guitar line where the people that struggle to play it and sing it. I think the lyrics mostly. Oh, you're prompting me then.
No.
Lyrics mostly amazing, and making it miserable fashionable.
Yeah.
You like Smiths?
I'll save it for after the podcast. No, I don't like the Smiths. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll see you in the car park. But I don't understand why you don't like the Smiths. Either of you.
Okay.
Jordan won't like the Smiths.
I don't think I've given them enough of a chance. The only album that I've listened to is their first debut album, self-titled. I haven't listened to The Queen is Dead.
Yeah, it's like that all the way through.
Is it? So it doesn't...
I think that was a great album.
Yeah.
There's that first little bit of like the Smiths by the Smiths. There's that first bit where you think this ain't all that, and then is it about halfway through? I think, is it What Difference Does It Make, or Hand in Glove, or all them? There's that section where it's like.
I think if I remember, the first half was meh. Second half was...
I think it goes This Charming Man, and then bang, we're in.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Could have done an EP.
Yeah,
on a 10-inch. Anyway,
I'm done. Queen is Dead, so
Queen is Dead. Give it a go.
Up for Meat is Murder.
Yeah,
Meat is Murder I think is their best album. Yeah, I'll go so.
Could be. You like Smiths?
I like Meat is Murder.
Not the question, mate.
I like Louder Than Bombs is a good way to get into the Smiths. Yeah. All right, and A Hatful of Hollow is another way to get into the Smiths.
Yeah, Hatful of Hollow. The varying versions of songs on there.
Yeah.
You got John Peel stuff on there.
Yeah. I think it's a live version of Hand in Glove on there. How Soon Is Now's on there.
Yeah.
So could have been.
William, It Was Really Nothing is on there as well, isn't it? Yeah, it's a great track. Would you like to marry me?
I fancy this How Soon Is Now. That was a Tattoo song, wasn't it, originally?
Chris, your guy.
No, I will get into the Smiths.
Good, yeah.
Promise.
And
I'm not promising, but I will give them a go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, my turn then.
It's your turn.
Okay, my second album is, I'm going to say, I don't think anyone else is going to have this album. So, second one for me is going to be Texas Flood, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Ooh.
All right. One with Texas Flood on it, Pride and Joy on it. And arguably, I think Stevie Ray Vaughan is one of the greatest guitarists to ever walk the planet, in my opinion. He...
Better than Slash.
Yeah, no, he is. He is better than Slash. He's better than Slash.
Like 98 different.
Yeah. He's just sensational on the guitar. And obviously being a guitarist myself, and that's the loving blues as well. That style of play that he has, try and replicate it as best as you can, but the more you try, just the further away you get, because he's just an absolute animal, isn't he?
Yeah,
absolute animal on the guitar. He, one of my favourite songs in the world, Pride and Joy, is on there, and just brilliant.
Thing is, it's like some people say like blues music. It was all done already from like the 30s and the 40s, but it's amazing how much 50 years passes after people think, oh, blues music is kind of done, kind of thing. Still got something new to bring.
Yeah,
And it's kind of that blues meets Jimi Hendrix thing, isn't it?
He's very, very Jimi Hendrix. You can tell that he's inspired by Jimi Hendrix, but obviously Jimi Hendrix was around for 3 years. Stevie Ray was around for 13 years.
Yeah.
So he didn't have much as an impact as Jimi Hendrix, but sadly died far too soon as well in a helicopter crash. But this album, tracks on there, Pride and Joy, Rude Mood, his guitar on that is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Last track, Lenny. If you're going to listen to any song tonight, listen to Lenny by Stevie Ray Vaughan. John Mayer covers it.
Yes, yeah.
You heard it, yeah?
Yep.
Before Man on the Side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unbelievable. And obviously, he covers Jimi Hendrix stuff as well, doesn't he? He does Voodoo Charlie, does Little Wing.
Yep.
So you can tell that Jimi Hendrix played a huge part on Stevie Ray Vaughan's life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this knock-on effect. So, yeah, that's my second album. Unbelievable album.
Yep.
Will never, ever tire of it. His guitar playing is another level.
Yeah.
Another dimension of, not just in his standards, but in the standards of anyone else.
Yep.
Charity shop in Melton for £1. Do you remember?
Yeah, it's not this one. I think the one that you gave me. I've got my own, haven't I?
Yeah. I'm having that.
Yeah, all 3 albums, weren't they?
Yeah, 3 albums for £1 each. Look, I'm having them.
Stevie Ray Vaughan albums on vinyl. Charity shop for £1.
Nice.
Yeah, still play them.
I think I sold them to you for £5 each. Now, I remember.
Yeah, I think
classic Rockabuy.
Yeah. But yeah, great album. Great album.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Right, over to you.
Nice.
Is she last one?
No, I got.
Only had one, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's got another one after this, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, yeah.
This always happens, doesn't it? Where it's like, well, that's it. We'll wrap it up now, and that's only had one go.
Yeah. What did he say? Yeah. Honourable mentions.
We're only halfway through it. It's like, Green Day, good, but they're not that good.
Yeah.
Right, over to you.
Cool. Well, I'm going to disagree with you.
Are you going to go Thriller, are you?
I'm going to go Thriller. Thriller is the best Michael Jackson album.
Okay.
I think, Bad is really, really good, but there's a reason Thriller is the best-selling album of all time. Because, and I literally just said Graceland's the best album, but Thriller is the best album. I don't know what
I can't believe both albums are the best of all time.
Can you believe it?
Yeah. They don't make music like they do in the 80s, honestly. Thriller has Michael Jackson down to a T. Not just his songwriting, but the people that he worked with on that album, and there's just something magic about that album. And
perfection.
It is perfection,
And
the Girl Is Mine it's the best song on there. I don't care what Brian says, isn't it?
Yeah, and
the perfection it oozes through.
Yeah,
you can tell that it's not just rushed.
And there's some really good interviews on YouTube about the people that made Thriller, and there's a YouTube channel dedicated to it. Yeah, honestly, The Making of Thriller is called, and they do a video every week, and they've been doing it for about 3 years. That's how much work went into this thing, just about the synthesizer sounds and stuff.
Well, didn't he spend 6 months on a bass line for Billie Jean or something? Wasn't it, or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
that's just on
just the bass, just the bass line for Billie Jean.
Another 6 months on the bass player.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, which isn't a bass player. Not a bass player. It's a synthesizer.
Yeah.
Yep. Go watch the YouTube channel. I'm telling you, it's great.
I don't think it's real.
Yeah. Greg Fillinganes played that
on the synth.
Yep. Which I'll get back to Greg Fillinganes on my next one.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google it and steal it.
Yeah.
You got the next one, isn't it?
No, I've got the next one.
No way now. Yeah. You just told him I was going to do Thriller.
Yep. Thriller is it's perfection in an album, and Pretty Young Thing is PYT.
I was going to say,
is Human Nature and The Girl Is Mine, Thriller, Billie Jean. What was there, 9 tracks on it? And
want to be starting something?
Want to be starting something?
Ooh. Yeah, Lady in My Life.
Yes, Lady in My Life.
9 tracks and 10 of them are brilliant.
Thriller. Thriller.
Rock With You.
No, Rock With You. No, Rock With You's on Off the Wall.
What's one I'm thinking of?
Out You.
Rock with him.
Not like She's Out of My Life or something. What's that?
She's Out of My Life is on Off the Wall, I think, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, Baby Be Mine.
Yeah, I said Baby Be Mine.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all of the tracks.
Yeah,
9 tracks.
9 tracks.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Were they mostly all singles?
He bought 6 out of singles. 6 out of singles.
6 out of 9.
Yeah, I know. Well, they bought out 9 off of what? They bought 8 off of
Bad.
the Bad. And the only one that didn't was
Just Good Friends.
Just Good Friends, wasn't it? Yeah.
Did all of them get to number 1?
No, only on Thriller.
Yeah.
No, only Billie Jean got to number 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
And only I Just Can't Stop Loving You got to number 1 off the Bad album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad, isn't it,
there you
really?
go. Mad, isn't it?
Do you know the only album? Here's a question for you. Quiz question out of nowhere. The only album to ever have 7 number 1 singles off the same album.
Not Rumours. I said not Rumours. 7 number 1 singles off the same album.
Never get it.
Is it an Ed Sheeran one?
So close.
Taylor Swift.
Even closer.
Olivia Rodrigo.
No. Further back.
Taylor Sheeran.
Is it something like Rihanna?
Very, very close.
Beyonce?
Drake.
No.
Go on.
Katy Perry.
What? Oh, of course it is.
I could
Katy
say
Perry,
it.
yeah.
I don't
say it all
But then
night.
again, even if you just said it rhymes with
I was
Matey
going
Gary, I still wouldn't have got it.
Matey Gary.
Sounds like Datey Jerry.
Yeah.
It's a
No,
girl.
is it California Dreams? Is that the album?
Do you know what?
Firework and Raw and all that sort of thing.
Firework was on it. I Kissed a Girl. TGI Friday, whatever it's called. There's 7
There you
number
go.
1
That's
singles.
mad.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
that's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even,
But
no idea.
No.
Couldn't name 7 Katy Perry songs right now.
I could. Firework, Raw, I Kissed a Girl.
Thriller. So,
Okay,
that's
cool.
my second one.
Yeah.
What we had
Okay.
so far? Let's just go through it again. Graceland, Innocent Man, All Mod
All Mod
Cons,
Bad. Rick Astley.
Rick Astley. What's the album called?
Whenever You Need Somebody.
Whenever You Need Somebody.
Queen is dead.
Queen is Dead by the Smiths. You went for
Texas Flood.
and Thriller by Michael Jackson. So 2 Michael Jackson songs. 2 Michael Jackson albums.
And let's be honest, if Dangerous was released in the 80s, that'd be
it'd
be my next one.
It'd be close, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my final one.
Again.
Okay. Well, I mentioned Greg Fillinganes already. He was a member of Toto.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
Toto 4.
Oh.
Toto number 4 is the 80s. It's just like that is the 80s sound to me. Rosanna, Hold the Line, Africa. It's just like song after song. It is fantastic, and I don't want to take too long up saying how much I love that album. But yeah, Steve Lukather and
because I'm listening to it this week.
Yeah,
I'm doing it on Friday.
Yeah,
I think.
Thursday. In my opinion, Rosanna is one of the best songs ever written. Ever recorded as well.
Not just that, I think the Toto 4 album is probably one of the best produced albums.
Oh,
it is
amazing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And musicians as well in Toto.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Not even funny.
Jeff Porcaro on drums.
Ghost
and
Note City.
Yeah, unbelievable. Steve Lukather on guitar, Greg Fillinganes on keys. And if you haven't seen the video of him doing the Rosanna horns part on YouTube with his 4 keyboard setup, it's unbelievable. It's hilarious at the same time as being unbelievable because he's got the piano here, he's got the horns here, and he's got the organ here, and so it's it's great. It's unbelievable. You should watch it. And he's just smiling at the camera the whole time as well. Doesn't even look at the keys. He just like knows where everything is. But yeah, that's my pick.
Good shout.
And Bobby someone on lead vocals for that album as well. Bobby McGee.
Bobby McGee.
That's what I'm going to call him.
Just a Bobby Charlton, you might as well just say.
I'll find it while
Me and Bobby McGee. There you go.
Janis Joplin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. My favourites.
Yeah.
Who are you looking at now?
I'm just looking at who did the lead vocals. It's Bobby someone.
Charlton.
Bobby Kimball.
Bobby Kimball.
Yeah,
there you go. Never heard him.
My go.
Yes.
All right. I think this one goes without saying for me, I reckon. But it's going to have to be Guns N' Roses' Appetite for
I
Destruction.
thought you'd say that, yeah.
Got to be. I'm trying so hard not to say it.
Yeah.
I had a few others in my mind, but then I thought, no, that's not better than Guns N' Roses. Then I had another one, I thought, that's not better. Then you said Bad. I thought, and then you said Thriller.
Yeah.
But Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction.
Yeah.
It has to be. One of the best debut albums ever. With Sweet Child of Mine on it, Paradise City, Mr. Brownstone. What's it called?
Welcome to the Jungle.
Welcome to the Jungle's on there, yeah. Rocket Queen. It's an unbelievable debut album. Have you ever listened to it?
It's great.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Like, ballsy, gutsy, everything. And Slash is on it. Slash just owns that album.
With my other pick.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
right.
Going like, I think that's 78. so I keep divvying it out.
But yeah, Slash on there is sublime.
Well, like we said before on the debut albums podcast that we did, it's not right.
No, it don't sit right
that's their first attempt at making music.
I couldn't even tell you if they'd released anything before.
Yeah.
I don't think they did. I think they were in bands. I think they were in a band, something called, is it LA Guns and Something Roses? And LA Guns had Slash in it and Duff McKagan. Right. And then the Something Roses had Axl Rose.
Right.
And then when they come together,
that's
how they got Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
I think. Don't quote me on that.
Sounds plausible.
It does sound.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
No, I think LA Guns. That is Slash, isn't it? Maybe. Anyway, I think that's how it came about. So yes, they might have had music separately before, but as a unit together, for this to be their first album, and to sit in a studio and go, I got this song. It goes like this.
Bit special, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I like that riff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
do it again? I can't.
Yeah. Axl Rose, unbelievable. Obviously, they played Glastonbury last year, didn't they? You didn't like them, did you?
I thought that Axl Rose needs to quit. Axl, if you're welcome on the podcast anytime.
Yeah. I can't remember who I was talking to, though. It was my friend Carl Rumney, I think, was talking about, but in the 80s, Slash, he would go round with his bodyguard, and his bodyguard would have, like in Pulp Fiction, when she ODs, and she stabs the thing in her chest, the bodyguard would go around with a handful of them, because he was just a liability. Like that. Slash, yeah. So he was off his face on drugs for the whole of the 80s.
Yeah.
To the point where his bodyguard had to go around with a adrenaline pen or whatever they're called, just in case he ODs again. Yet, he still...
Rather than doing anything about it.
Yeah, rather than
getting help.
About time we... Yeah,
it's about time you quit it, mate. But even... I'm not saying that I'm not condoning any of that, but under them influences still to write and play guitar like that is just makes me mad. I have one beer and I'm crap at guitar. Yeah. one glass of what? Yeah, we've all seen it. Your wedding.
We've all seen me. We've all seen me.
Yeah. One beer, one glass of wine, and I think I'm Slash myself, and I can't do it.
2 live performances with your band Funk. To be fair, the wedding, I think I did that all right. The grain store, the day that Leicester got relegated, it's like, let's get Tom up, and I was there like,
you're battered.
Snap two strings.
Yeah, I've never seen you play guitar sober, so I don't know whether you're like an absolute guitar hero god.
I could,
like Steve Lukather, like.
Like, why have we got Tom?
Yeah. Appetite for Destruction for me.
Cool. Well done. Good. Yeah,
I don't think.
Good shout.
Right, on to you, Tom.
All right, so I've had a mad panic because my other one was Thriller.
Yeah, right.
And then my fourth one was released in 1979.
Oh no!
I've got your third one in my head already. Go on, now you go.
So it was Thriller, and then it was going to be Madness One Step Beyond.
79.
Then it was going to be The Specials. 79. Going to be, I think, soundtrack, Dance Craze.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Two-tone. The two-tone soundtrack to Scar.
Oh,
yeah, Dance Craze.
Okay.
Yeah.
That shocked me, that has.
Right.
That has shocked me big time.
Right, so, little does anyone really
Go
know.
on.
Come sit down with your Uncle Tom. So, when I was a young lad, as much as I would Elvis forced upon me, rammed down my throat to the point of like it or else.
Yeah.
I also had Scar and two-tone music exactly the same from my mate's dad.
Right.
Okay.
He used to like take us football outs and whatever else, and it was constantly. I always remember him telling. That was when I first heard the story about "Do I Love You," being the most expensive 7-inch time.
Yeah.
I think at the time it was on about 16,000 then.
Right.
So and then Madness was then a huge love.
Yeah.
Mine. The early stuff, the Prince, One Step Beyond. We used to watch this. He used to have this VHS of Divine. It was called Divine Madness. I think it was the Greatest Hits album. We used to watch that through. It had all the music videos on. And also with that, the Specials, Selector, Bad Manners, all those.
Yeah. Played in Corby the other week.
Yeah.
Bad Manners. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. All those have they were a huge part of my childhood.
Like it.
Yeah, I love it. I love the Specials. I love Madness.
Listen to the Specials this week as well.
Yeah, the Body Snatchers were on there, weren't they?
Nice.
Yeah.
The Selector.
Yeah. James Bond.
The Beat.
Rico.
Yeah, the Beat on there. Yeah. So.
Yeah, pulled that one out, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I went, oh. Yeah.
No, they're on there.
What did you think I was going to say?
I'm not going to say it just in case Dad says it.
I'll tell you what I was going to say, but I think it's cheating. Released in 1989.
Is it?
Stone Roses.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say that.
It's not an 80s album, is it?
That's an 80s album.
It's an 80s
1989.
album.
Yeah, of course.
1989.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
It's a 90s album. It defined the start of the
Came out in 1989.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
I see One Step Beyond that
it,
came out in 1979.
As an 80s album, yeah.
Yeah, that's an album that began the 80s and the 80s sound. That's not in the same era as Let It Be, Imagine.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That was released in 1970.
Yeah.
So for me, I would have picked the Stone Roses. I'd pick the Stone Roses if we did the 90s one.
Yeah.
Again. I'd say I'd argue it the other way and say its impact on the 90s was far bigger than what it was on the 80s in 1989.
Like someone went like, just move over.
Can
a
you
couple
just
of years.
wait?
It's literally like 6 months.
You belong
lad.
in
6
this
months.
Just wait till
You belong in
January.
that
It was a
decade,
premature Stone Roses self-titled debut album. Premature.
You weren't going to
Before
say
its
that, were
time.
you?
No, I wasn't. No.
That's all right.
God for that.
I wasn't going to say that, no.
I sat there and I was sort of rubbing my I went, "Ooh, I've got like that." But it came out in 1989. I know they made music from Sally Cinnamon in 1987.
Yeah.
But they're not an 80s band. Very early 90s band. And
Yeah.
to be honest with you, they're probably listened to more now, today, by the kids
Yeah.
than they ever have been, than they ever were. They never got paid
Yeah.
back then. So,
My lasting memory of when we was at Nebworth was the DJ playing "I Am the Resurrection" as a last song on the set, and there's 50,000 people singing along to it. And I thought, do you know what? I've gone cold thinking about it.
Yeah.
It was one of those.
It's just freezing. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
Yeah.
It was an incredible moment, and I thought, this is what a moment to be alive.
Anyway,
Yeah.
1981, Dance Craze.
Beautiful.
Well done.
Nice.
Good one. Okay. So
By the way, I haven't.
I haven't got it now. I've sold it.
We sell anything.
Get you on that.
I did. I have
Me
got.
tomorrow.
I have got a couple.
Go on.
Right. And I'm gonna. The one that I'm gonna say is Prince, "Sign of the Times." Right.
The other Prince one's going to be the honourable
Yeah.
mention.
So Prince, how he's not in the top 10 best guitarist in the world ever, I'll never ever know.
No.
Not in the top 100.
No.
Oh no,
how,
Prince slash. That's
how is
Yeah.
how he's not there is just because there was a moment when I was walking in. There was a little shop in Peterborough called Chart Toppers, and I walked in there, and there was this music playing in the background, and it was Starfish and Coffee off the Prince Sign of the Times album, and I love that. Just through hearing that one song, and I took it home, and even though Starfish and Coffee is probably one of the best songs on the album, it is just, oh my goodness, Sign of the Times is, to me, is Prince at his all-time best.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness, what an album.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I was going to say, and this is controversial, I was going to say Double Fantasy by John Lennon and Yoko Ono.
Right.
Right? Okay. Right. But there are some screechy songs by Yoko Ono that put it off. There are some screechy songs that put me off of that. Yeah. But when you listen to stuff like Just Like Starting Over, and you listen to Watching the Wheels, and you listen to Beautiful Boy and Woman, it is just John Lennon taken from us too soon.
Yeah.
And I know you wanted me to say Faith, George Michael, didn't you? But
I thought you were going to say Faith.
I was going to say Faith.
Yeah, I'm not. I was. Faith was in the back of my head, but I think Sign of the Times is a better album.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well.
There you go.
Okay.
Well done. I think that's a good list.
Solid list, I reckon.
We've not mentioned any Depeche Mode or any Joy Division or any. We've got one Smiths album. We've got no Cure albums in there.
I
We've
did
got
think
no
about the Cure as well, but I couldn't pinpoint one album.
You know, the Pet Shop Boys made some fantastic albums.
I also thought,
you know,
I was singing their song in my. I was trying to think of the album name.
Yeah. Oh, that's one with Dusty Springfield, isn't it? That's superb. So yeah, so there's some great albums, but
you didn't know the singer as well, did you? Really? Yeah, well, I get excited. I get excited and start shouting. So
yeah. I've got some honourable mentions then.
Yeah, I've got a couple.
What did I have? Born in the USA.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen. I wouldn't put it in my top three just because I don't think it's as strong as Thriller and Graceland, and so it's but it's a great album. I love that album. And what's the Bryan Adams album?
Oh yeah, one with
Reckless.
The black and white front.
Reckless, isn't it?
It's got Summer '69
and
Run to You
and
Heaven. Yeah.
I think it's Reckless.
Yes.
You're on about Reckless?
Yeah.
I think it is Reckless. Yeah. It might not be Reckless though. Yes, I
think it is.
And what's the Huey Lewis
album? 4.
Oh, good 4. Wow, that's a great album. 4
Huey
is.
Lewis 4.
Yeah.
But see, that was going to be my one.
Was it? All right, okay.
But Prince beat me to it.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned Brothers in Arms.
Yeah, good album.
Dire Straits.
Yeah.
Unbelievable album. Not doing live albums, are we?
Go on, yeah.
Actually, no, I think that was 70s. Ignore me. No, don't worry. Yeah, I was going to say Huey Lewis 4 as well.
Yeah.
As an honourable mention. That's great. But then you got to think Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
So her debut album, it's a banger. Madonna.
True Blue.
Yeah.
Like a Prayer.
Like exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So she had some great albums in the 80s.
Yeah.
I listened to a bit of Madonna Celebration, the greatest hits.
Yeah.
The other day.
Got a copy of that in the shop, haven't we?
Not a bad track.
That's banging, isn't it? It's banging.
I know they are greatest hits, but there's not even one where you think.
Here's one for you. House Martins.
Oh
yeah.
1989 with
completely missed that.
Whatever the album's called with Happy Hour on it.
Oh, that's the whole 4.
That's it.
Yeah.
Blue and
whole 4 London nil.
Green cover.
Green on one side, white.
Yeah.
Whole 4, yeah. That was
House
actually
Martins
86. That was
86. There you go. Yeah, House Martins.
Heaton and they're all
David Hemingway.
Yeah, David Hemingway. Yeah.
Who?
Beautiful stuff.
And what's his name as well? Norman Cook.
Norman Cook.
Yeah.
Was
right.
Fatboy Slim.
Fatboy Slim.
Yeah. Paul that.
Yeah. Who's in the House Martins? Yeah.
Paul Heaton and Fatboy Slim. Who'd have thought?
Yeah.
Dave Hemingway and
Dave Hemingway and
nobody knows the little guy. There's a little guy with the big ears. Sorry, mate.
Yeah. Welcome on the podcast anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of any others. But yeah, there was so many female artists in the 80s as well, weren't there?
Mm-hmm. Blondie.
Yeah. Were they late 70s?
Kate Bush.
Kate Bush,
yeah, of course.
Hounds of Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my honourable mentions.
Right.
Any from you guys?
Yeah. Stone Roses.
Yeah.
No, I would say. So I would say it's not a particularly.
Sort of another one.
Go on.
I'm surprised you didn't say Ashley.
Go on.
Tears for Fears. Songs from the Big Chair.
Yeah.
That was one of my honourable mentions. That one was going to be.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it. So
No,
anyway,
it's
as you
great,
were.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah. Tears for no. What was I going to say? Soundtrack to I know I said the greatest guitar line, but the greatest film of all time, Back to the Future soundtrack.
Yeah.
Shout.
What a soundtrack.
Good shout.
To be honest with you, 1980, the Blues Brothers soundtrack's not awful.
Yeah.
It's a great soundtrack.
There's some really good soundtracks. Dirty Dancing.
The 80s,
Yeah.
Dirty Dancing,
Ghostbusters.
Yep.
Footloose.
Footloose. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Breakfast
did-
Club.
Yeah, I think if I was allowed to have one more, obviously I would pick Now Christmas.
Yeah. You got about 8 copies
The album
of it,
I get every shout out to Maisie.
You get it every year for Christmas.
Yeah,
don't
it's
you?
like comes in and I'm like, right, I really like that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, you ain't got a copy of Now Christmas, have you?
Did you get that for your dad last year? No.
So that's Madness, absolutely.
Cool.
Think of any of this?
Yeah, I'm struggling between like 80, The Gift, The Jam.
George Harrison in
Got my son, you.
Yeah.
It's called. Oh, what's it called? It's called.
Blue Shirt.
Blue Shirt.
Yeah.
Have you seen the musicians on that album?
No.
Have you?
Yeah.
Keep talking. Wait there. Let me pull the album out because it's only here.
I think the thing about the 80s as well is that there's some fantastic singles.
Yeah.
Like some really good songs that just.
Cloud 9, there you go.
Oh, there it is as well. Black Shirt as well.
No.
Oh, you're wrecking that, Jordan.
Right, Cloud 9, yeah?
Oh, I think you did. You did show me this, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
have a look who's playing on this.
Jeff
one.
Lynne produced it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Where does it say?
On the bottom.
It's got an inner. Right. You got George Harrison, you got Jeff Lynne, you got
Eric
Clapton on
Clapton,
guitar,
Elton John
on
what?
piano,
Ringo
you got
Starr.
Ringo Starr, Ray Cooper, Jim Hall.
Ray Cooper's one of the best percussionists ever. He's just brilliant.
That's not a bad
Someone with
musician
Elton
on there,
John.
is there?
He's just he's a
session band.
nutter. Yeah, good for a session man.
But that as a band,
Yeah.
that's a good album, actually.
Yeah.
Hey up, mate. Yeah, I
Yeah.
need a drummer.
That is 80s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Did you know the complexity?
Yeah.
84, 85,
It's
is it?
87.
Okay. Yeah, I was working at the bistro then, I
Yeah.
remember.
87.
Nice.
Okay, so quickly, Prefab Sprout, Steve McQueen is on there as a, what do you call it? I've got to have the soundtrack to Buster,
Nice.
Bill
yeah.
Collins. All right, just purely because it's got the 60s stuff and a groovy kind of love on there as well.
Yeah.
I've got to also say Popped In Sold Out by Wet 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 has got to be there because that is just another memory that I've got as well. Tears for Fears has got to be there as well because that is that defines everything, doesn't it?
Belting
you know,
out,
in the 80s, it's just 80s galore. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Your era, don't it? I suppose.
Mm.
You just mentioning Phil Collins made me think of Peter Gabriel as well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just looked up whether is it called The Car?
Who?
Not The Car. Not Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah, we looked at each other like,
Yeah. Peter Gabriel. What's it
Not
called?
only is that not 80s, it's just not a good album.
yeah.
Anybody who says The Car is one of their favourite Arctic Monkeys albums, sorry, you're not welcome on the podcast.
Yeah.
Unless it's Alex Turner.
Car by Peter
Wouldn't even be able to
Gabriel.
sign it.
But it's 1977. So
Okay,
it's,
right,
we'll do
okay.
the 70s one next, maybe. So yeah, I think we got some good picks there, and some good some stuff for you to listen to, I think, and
I'm just checking
some stuff
to
for
see
me
if
to listen to as well.
Is there any good Rolling Stones albums in the 80s?
It's only good Rolling Stones albums, period.
Well, I'm at that at the moment, but any good Queen albums in the 80s?
Well, The Works is brilliant.
So, hey, we haven't even mentioned the
Works.
Yeah,
The
I'm just
Works
looking
is
for
good,
this.
and it's a kind of
I
magic
didn't
is
mention
good.
Queen.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Night at the
Works is
Opera was that
brilliant.
70s.
Not the Opera 70s.
Yeah.
Purple Rain.
Yeah.
It's 1980.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Any
I love Purple Rain as well.
Stevie Wonder albums or anything like that? Any Motown?
The Stevie Wonder albums that were good were
70s.
Yeah.
70s. Yeah.
Innovisions and
any Elton John albums in the 80s?
Elton John had some great singles, didn't he, out in the 80s?
You were just saying about singles.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I can't think, but the one was Sacrifice was on the one. I'm sure it was. Oh no, that was on. Sleeping with the Past was a good album.
Oh, I can't believe I haven't said my stupidly Master of Puppets Metallica.
I was thinking that as well. I thought you were going to say that.
No, Master of Puppets Metallica. I'd still put Appetite for Destruction over it, but Master of Puppets, massive honourable mention. Yeah. Well, De La Soul.
De La Soul, yeah.
3 Feet and Rising. Public Enemy.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, we can go on for ages about 80s, couldn't we?
Yeah. Awesome.
Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden.
Still going.
It was genre.
Back in Black, AC/DC.
Genre city. It was like genre city though, wasn't it? There was hip hop, there was heavy, there was pop, there was future. There was all futuristic stuff. There was electronic stuff. There was there was
heavy music out there.
Rock and roll with the Stray Cats.
Yeah, Stray Cats.
Start of heavy metal, wasn't it? 80s.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes.
Def Leppard.
80s.
Van Halen 1984.
Yeah,
that was 80s, obviously.
Was it?
yeah, 84. Yeah.
Yeah, Master of Puppets.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Wow. AC/DC, Back in Black.
We'll have to re-record this episode now.
Oh, mad. Man.
Yeah. We'll re-record it in a year, and we'll see.
We'll come up with 12 new titles.
Joshua Tree.
I was going to say the Joshua Tree, but then I thought
about you two.
I was thinking that, but I don't want to get any hate, and I don't want to lose any
followers.
followers.
It's not cool to like you two, is it?
Sade.
Yeah, glass of wine for Sade. Yeah, isn't it? That's it. And then
Yeah.
Thin Liz. Go on, keep going.
Go on. Yeah.
Finish it.
Anyway, we'll finish it. Thank you very much for joining us on this episode. If you want to check out the other drafts that we've done the 90s and the 2000s, so 2000 to 2009. We've done both of those, so go and check those out. And a few other games. We did some underrated and overrated albums, and we've done some podcasts about debut albums. So go and look at all of those ones. If you want to support the shop, you can come and see us in our small shop in Oakham in Rutland. That's in the UK. We've got everything from £1 all the way up to those rare records that you might be after. And if you want to support the shops and you can't get to the shop, we sell some merchandise online, such as the t-shirt that Dad's wearing, and possibly at some point the t-shirt that Tom's wearing as well. What better than Slash? That one's becoming a bit of a catchphrase in this podcast. And if you can't support us on that shop online as well, the best thing you could do is just follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the like buttons whenever you see something you really like on our pages. So once again, thanks a lot, Chris and Tom and Dad, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.